Hi everyone, it's Mackenzie again. In this video, we're going to talk about how to check assignments that your students have completed. So when you look at your courses, you might see these little follow-up tasks with numbers in them at the bottom of your course tiles. That means that students have completed something and it's time for you to go in and check their work. So if I click on this, remember that whenever I open up my tile, it's always going to go to the page that you have set as your start page. What I want to do is I want to go into Overview, and what that does is it shows me the follow-up tasks in the right top corner of your screen. So you would click on the follow-up tasks, and this is actually a task that the students have completed instead of an assignment. And later I will show you how to create a task and tree link it to your page. But the difference between a task and an assignment is an assignment is something that they're actually going to work in and turn in, whereas a task is just going to be where you give them instructions, for instance, to go to a website to do 30 minutes of practice, and then they come back and they say they are asked, did you complete this? And they would click yes or no. So you can see that these first few students have gone back and clicked it. However, these have come back and they said, yes, I have completed this. And that's another thing that you'll have to explain to your students is to remember to come back to It's Learning and make sure they check it off as done. But if I wanted to check their work, that is how I could do it. However, since this is a task, I want to show you how you would check an assignment. So I'm going to go to Home, and I'm going to go to Health, and I'm going to show you how to check an assignment. So let's go to Resources, and let's open up the Monday survey. So now, whenever students start to come in and they start working on this assignment, you can see that all of mine say not submitted. Well, I'm going to click on it and I'm going to turn it in for this student. So you wouldn't do this normally. This is just because this is a course that I'm just playing in right now. This is not actually where they're turning in any work. So I would submit on behalf of the student. So here is my work. So now submit on behalf of the student. Okay, so over here, so this little window right here is where you're going to see what they have submitted. So if you made a something within your Google Drive that you wanted them to submit, that you made a copy for each student, that is where you would see their work on that Google slide. Or if you just wanted them to type something, whatever it is, this is where you would see that work. Now, this sidebar right here is where you are going to do the grading. Now, I did not set up any kind of grading scale yet, but what I can go in and see is have they completed their work? And so if this student had completed their work, I would either give them some feedback like, great work, um, whatever you want to say, just to kind of give them some feedback on their work. And then you would leave it as complete and you would click Save Assessment. However, if this student did not finish doing their work, I would give them a little feedback that says, please go back and finish slide number 2, if this was something like a Google slide. And I would come up here to where it says complete, and I would click on incomplete. And then I would click on save assessment. And when that happens, I can click out right here. And you can see now it says that they need to resubmit. Okay, well, I'm going to go back in, and let's say that they went back and they did slide number 2. I would get rid of this and I would say, great work, or whatever feedback you want to give them. Then you would click on complete and you would save assessment. Now I'm going to X out, and you can see now it says completed. And that is how you check assignments in It's Learning.